no, the tunes are leaving. No, they're jamming without us. We got Chi out today, and we got the man D pulling a manual, as always. Ooh! Sorry for snaking you a tad, bro, but we got D, we got Chi, session's getting lit. As you guys will obviously tell, look at this, I got a cart, look at that fresh. So hey man, I'm on that shortcut, you know how it do. But anyway, as you can tell, we're starting the vlog a bit differently today, and it's not really actually a vlog today. The reason why I've actually just started at Skate Park randomly, and just like really just out of the random, and I don't usually do that, as you guys know. I usually start at home and stuff like that, but I brought you down here today and saved all the hassle of bringing you guys with me from my house, because I'm bringing you guys a backflip tutorial. Today, yeah, a backflip tutorial. And of course, I want to give you guys the best tutorial video and examples of backflips, and only just like, you know, tips on telling you how to backflip. None of that crap just moving around from place to place. We're just making this all just a tutorial, because that's what I'm doing, guys. And as you saw with Chi and Matt right now, vibes are hella sick. It's still early in the morning. It's about 10:25, so I'm pretty hyped. It's gonna be a good one, guys. It's definitely gonna be a good one. Oh no, we got the park in a playground usage. Legit, get out of the park. Anyway, guys, so the reason I've actually decided a backflip tutorial is just because I wanted to make it really different. Like, I could do a fakie mani tutorial or something just boring and plain, just like that I always do, but why not give you guys a street rider's perspective and tips and tricks on how to backflip? I don't think a street rider's made a backflip tutorial at all, so I think I'm the first, but I don't know, Dorf might have, I'm really not sure, but that's besides the point. I'm bringing you guys a backflip tutorial at my local skate park. D just got slammed. Are you alright? Well, anyway, guys, it's been really windy recently in Sydney, and especially the northern beaches, actually like close to the beach and stuff like that. So I do apologize if the wind is just like playing over the clip and you can't really hear me. I'll try and do something in iMovie to fix that, but a muffler. Oh, you need a muffler. I might need one of those little mufflers. What are they called? A muffler. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're called mufflers or fuzzies, herbals, something like that. But you put it on, protects from wind, but I don't have one of those, so I'm sorry, it's really windy. I do not know what the clip is going to sound like, so sorry on behalf. But as you can see, D, my man here, as you know, he can backflip. So he's going to be helping me with the tutorial today, as in like putting in tips, doing examples of backflips, you know, just giving his part, don't you reckon, D?
Yeah, and I also really badly just hurt my hands.
Yeah, how are your hands? Are they cheese grated?
Wait,
or what's
am I dirted up?
No, I think you're, you're fine, dude, you're fine. No, you're good, bro. You're good. We'll explain the backstories on like how we learn backflips, how we learn flares, etc., what we learned first, because I'm sure that would be kind of interesting, right, dude?
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, it's pretty windy right this minute. I can feel the wind breezing, and I'm sorry if it is windy, but I mean, can't do anything. Still gonna bring you guys a great video without a doubt. Me and D are gonna quickly show you a few backflip examples right now. D is pretty much just gonna be starting off by showing you a backflip into the elevator. Woo, that was boosted. That was boosted, dude. See, the great thing about backflips is you can pretty much chuck them on any ramp. It has a landing on the top, so they're pretty, you can, I think you can pop another one. Bang, out of the mini. So, see, they're pretty durable. You can bring them onto any ramp, really. Like, as long as it has a flat landing. Yeah, they are pretty durable. What's he doing? He's pumping one right in front of me. As long as you commit and roll away, they're really durable tricks, guys. And a flip the hip. So he just showed you 3 different places to flip. I'm gonna show you a few places to flip now as well. Dude, this is legit not a playground, like honestly, get the hell out.
Nice, cleanly executed backflip. Alright, the box is a bit more mellow. It hasn't got any coping, so it's a little bit harder. You have to pull a bit. See how you put a bit more strength there? That's how you're meant to do it when you're doing it like no coping, coping.
Me and D just showed you individually like a few different places you can do a backflip. So without a doubt, as you saw, we did it without a ramp with no coping, ramps with coping, smaller ramps, bigger ramps, you know, whatever. They're so durable as a trick. So without a doubt, let's get into the steps of doing a backflip, shall we? So there are 3 main steps, guys. Let me just say, the first one is you have to be pretty good at scootering. Like, obviously, it's like not a trick you can get away from if you stack. So you have to be pretty good at scootering. The second one, you have to have like a good control on your scooter. You have to have good control on your scooter. And then the last one is like legit just commit. There's like so many like things people say about backflips, but I reckon legit the only thing there really is just like learn how to backflip on a trampoline first, obviously. Like just get used to like flipping momentum, and then obviously once you've done that, if you can flip on a tramp, mattress, whatever, off a wall, then it'll obviously make it a little easier to do a backflip on a scooter, because that's what me and D did. We could backflip like off stuff before and on trampolines and stuff. We were all right at flips, even though taking it to a scooter and concrete is the next step. That's what you got to get used to. So obviously that's where making sure you're good at scootering and you're comfortable with the scooter, that's where that comes into place. So now me and D are pretty much going to tell you the story of how we learnt backflips and what we learnt first, flare or backflips, because like I'd say 90% of people learn backflips first, don't you think, cameraman?
Yeah, definitely.
But we actually learnt flares first, which is so surprising. Let me get into why and the stories behind that right now. So D is going to be explaining his story on how he learnt a backflip, and yeah.
So basically, guys, I actually learnt a flare first. It was at this like local skate park called Gromtown. It's not actually there anymore. I'm pretty sure they like knocked it down or something.
It was indoor as well, guys. It was sick.
Indoor skate park, so sick, and it had like these foam mattresses. We set them up on the quarter, did flares, and like that's where I learnt my first flare.
I'm just going to stop you there 1 second. That is literally the exact same story on how I learnt flares. We learnt flares together at the same day at Gromtown.
At the same place at Gromtown, to the foam mattresses, and then basically I came to man the skate park one day, practiced them on the half pipe, got flares down, so I had those.
And that's why we did on the half pipe first, because as you can see it's wood, so it was like kind of the same.
Yeah, so I already had those flares down, and then one time I just came to the skate park and this guy was here and he was like, I'm making you do backflips today. So I never actually flipped into foam, I'd only done flares onto a mattress. And then he was like, right out this quarter, right here.
This is the flip fly out spot back in the day.
We set up like everyone's jumpers, we got some jumpers, laid them down so I don't get skinned up. And then I just hucked the flip, basically.
How many tries did it take you to get you a flip?
I'm pretty sure I like ran up for it about 5 times. It didn't take me too long because I already had flares down. And then yeah, I just hucked it. It was actually way easier than a flare to land, of course, because it's just like easier rotation than landing back in the ramp.
Was it scarier?
Yes, it was probably a lot scarier because like I practiced the flares to foam already, but flips, they were just like
straight to jumper.
I didn't know what I was doing.
Straight to jumper. So yeah, that's D's side of a story. So I'm gonna tell you mine now. Pretty much exact same story on how we learnt flares. As I said, we learned it together, exact same time, exact same skate park. But when I learnt backflips, I wasn't there when he learnt flips. I actually had an injury. I honestly admit I was pretty jealous. He was flipping out the mini like the same day he learnt backflip out of this quarter. He flipped out the mini and the hip all in the first day, which is so crazy. I didn't even do that, but I'm about to get into the story of how I learnt flips. So pretty much, as you know, he could already do flips. He did them before me. We could both flare. So I had flares on the wood half pipe and I had them on here as well, the concrete. And I remember I couldn't backy. I couldn't get myself to go fast enough to like pump out and do a backflip, because I'm sure this is the same for D. We found it way less scary to do flares just for the fact that you could kind of go slower and like kind of pull yourself in towards the ramp. Instead, when you're doing a backy, you kind of got to charge and like boost out of the ramp, pop coping and flip, and it's way more scarier for me. So I'll actually take you to the ramp that I first learnt my first backflip. So this is the first place I actually did a backflip fly, which is really weird. Well, not the first place I landed it, but so pretty much I was doing flares, and then how I got my confidence, I was kind of just boosting flares, and then I kind of was just like, yeah, this is working. Like I could feel it working on getting my confidence for a backflip. And by the way, there was no jumpers, no nothing. I could only flare, I couldn't back you, straight to concrete. So I came down, was boosting them, kind of got straighter and straighter as I flipped, like, because when you flare, you go to the side. I'll do a flare tutorial in the future, but when you do a flip, you go directly back, and that's why I find it more scary. So I was kind of just boosting a flare, getting a bit more straighter and straighter every time, and eventually I just boosted it, felt it, it just broke this like barrier of confidence. As soon as you do it once, it just breaks this barrier. And then I just went to this part here where you can actually land it, sent it out here. I remember getting it like 3rd or 2nd try, and then I just had them from then on. Was doing them everywhere. It was crazy, and I was alone, which is pretty crazy. I don't know, that was just weird. Now that you have heard the stories of me and D, how we learnt backflips and how we learnt flares, etc., the process of that, I'm gonna get into the steps now. And the first one is where you're gonna be wanting to do it. So obviously, just say you have a skate park, you want to pick the best ramp possible for a backflip. For starters, I'd say not too small like this one, not one without coping like this one, not a bank. You want like a nice quarter pipe, nice good transition, solid transition. You want coping on it, not gonna lie. It's pretty good to have coping because it just gives you the feel of popping, and it just indicates you to know when you want to flip. A nice landing as well. And I don't like doing flips on too steep of quarters, because I have actually tried like a flip on something that's even just the tiniest bit steeper than this quarter here, which isn't even that steep, and I landed in feeble because like I don't know, I can't boost him out too much. As I said, I learnt flares first, so I was kind of used to bringing it in. So I kind of need like a mellow kind of like quarter with coping. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but these are actually perfect. Find the best quarter you can. Make sure obviously you have safety equipment, guys. That's the first thing. Safety first. I should have made that the first step. We recommend everyone to wear a helmet and stuff when they try a backflip.
Yes.
And as I said, make sure you got it on a trampoline first, all that kind of stuff. And if you can't, take it to a foam pit. If you want to just do it straight on a scooter, like actually take it to a foam pit. I do not suggest doing it straight to concrete or putting a mattress there or anything, because a lot of things can go wrong on backflips. Take it to a foam pit, take it to resi, whatever you want to do next. Wood, concrete, that's the process, I guess. And if you are struggling on like committing to a backflip, try what me and D did. Maybe go down, find a mattress, try a flare. Maybe you'll be more comfortable with that. But now let's get into the second step, and it's going to be the timing of the backflip. 100%, you need timing. You need to know when to do it. So let's get into it. So straight away, first thing with the timing, make sure you have a nice, decent speed that is going to get you all the way, enough height for a backflip, and to land out of the ramp and not inside of it. Now I'm going to kind of get down there. D's going to film me, and I'm going to show you where you kind of pull, how you start to pull back, and all that kind of stuff. So let's get it. Alright, so when you backflip, you want to be coming in pretty fast, as I said, and pretty much with the transition, make sure you're leaning back each part it gets steeper. So kind of as you come here, you already start to decline backwards. And the more up the ramp you get, you're already like, honestly, don't you reckon, by the time you hit coping, you're already like a quarter of the backflip done.
Yeah, definitely.
By the time you've not even left the ramp, think about it. You're like here, all you gotta do is pop the coping. As soon as you feel that pop, that's when you pull back. You just gotta time it right. If you time it wrong, you're gonna get synthetic. You gotta make sure, obviously, once you pull back, tuck your bars up on your knees, get a nice spin. I'll come up here. So you're flipping, right? You're flipping. You're tucked up, make sure you're flying, and then when you get to about this point, you're gonna have to spot your landing, right, guys? This is a part in the timing. This is a part of that process. You're gonna have to spot your landing, and it goes so quick you really can't spot it, but I mean, in your head, you can kind of do that without trying to. Like, when you backflip, you'll see it come around, and you just kind of got to get ready. Once you're upside down, that's you straight away. Once you start tucking for like a good few milliseconds, you unrelease the tuck, and you should just come down nice and steady. Make sure you pull back enough so you don't just go janked, and make sure you pull back at the right time so you don't get synthetic. Now we're going to get to the last step, and that is commitment. So now with the commitment step, the last final step, commitment, you kind of have to know in your head, like before you actually go for the backflip, give it a few run-ups, make sure you're ready for it. If you're not ready for it, do not force yourself to try it, because you will get slammed. You will get slammed, 100%. So with commitment, run up a few times, and when you just feel that little barrier that's just like, I got it. Just run up, just know you're gonna do it the whole time, and just know you have to huck it, and just think this to yourself. If you don't huck it, you're really gonna get slammed, and if you go through with hucking it, most likely you're gonna get out really well. So, I mean, there's a lot more benefits with committing than bailing and just bailing out halfway through the backflip and not committing. So, as I said, just make sure you're ready for the backflip, guys. I'm gonna see if D has any more tips to share with you guys before we show you a few more backflips around the park.
Okay guys, well I actually do have one tip for you, and that is when you're coming out of the ramp, make sure you have a maximum speed, because if you don't have maximum speed and it is like a pretty steep quarter, especially like vert quarters, you can fall straight back down that ramp. So make sure you've got enough speed and that you kind of just pull yourself forward as you're going out the ramp as well, so you clear space and land safely on the flat surface.
Hope you guys enjoyed that tutorial real quick of me just down at Manly Vale Skate Park with my man D. With the man. Thanks for helping me out, dude. Thanks for helping me film stuff. Thanks for putting in your input. I'm sure the viewers liked some input from D as well. So me and D, this video pretty much just took you through exactly how to backflip, our story on how we learned it, what you should do, where you should do it, all this kind of stuff. If you forgot what we did, rewatch the video. But drop a fatty like on this video if you liked it at any point, because I love all the feedback I get from you guys. I appreciate it so much. I love all you guys. I'm almost at like 40k subscribers now. That's crazy. It's going up so fast. Let's get to 50, then let's get to 100. Then let's get to a meal. But yeah, so we'll get it done. Anyway, we're probably gonna leave the park now. We've got a whole montage. We've got instas. We've been shredding it. It's real good. So also tonight, I'm actually going to America as well. So tomorrow night's vlog will actually be kind of like a travel vlog of me going through the airport, on the planes, arriving in America, and then the vlog after that, if I can get it out that night, we'll see how tired I am and whatnot, will be like my first ride in America, because I'm going to America, guys. It's going to be crazy. The vlogs are going to be so insane. Put notifications on so you know whenever all these vids are coming out, because it's going to be crazy. And guess what? When I get back to my local area, I have a few big surprises for you that I'm going to reveal as soon as we get back. That's just heaps of video ideas, heaps of cool things that we can do. I've already got stuff at my house planned, ready. I've got stuff in my notes. It's going to be crazy, guys. So definitely make sure you stay in for the ride with this channel, because I'm going to be making vids on this channel for a long time to come. So get on it. Anyway, I'm probably going to end the video here. So like, share, comment, subscribe if you're new. Turn the notifications button on to get notified whenever I come out with a new video. And of course, guys, take it easy. I hope you like my fresh cut, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.